Hi folks, I'm out here at the range today for what's going to be pretty much an acid test for my right hand, which again I recently had carpal tunnel surgery on. It's about 4.5 weeks since my surgery, and the reason today is important is because my doctor has cleared me to go back to full duty status tomorrow with my police department. So I need to make sure that I can handle my firearms, manipulate my holster properly, shoot properly, and be able to defend myself if I would need to as soon as I go on duty tomorrow. So what I'm going to be doing here in a little bit is some shooting with my duty pistol and also it's actually my rifle, but it's similar to our patrol rifles that we use at work, and just make sure I can do everything the way I need to. I'm going to be drawing from my holster, which means I need to be able to release my safety snaps. I'm going to need to be able to take a shooting stance and fire accurate shots, and also do so rather quickly. What I'm going to do to begin with is the same thing I've done in some tests recently. I have not fired my duty pistol for over 4.5 weeks. This is going to be the first time I've fired anything with that much recoil since my surgery. Not that the 40 Smith & Wesson has tremendous recoil, but it does have a little more recoil than anything I've shot so far. I started out a couple of weeks ago with a 22. Last week I was out here with some 9mm. So today I'm going to be working with the 40 Smith & Wesson and also again the patrol rifle, the 5.56 by 45. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to start out slowly, just firing a few shots, slow fire, aimed fire, to make sure that I'm not going to experience any undue pain or any other problems. And as long as everything feels good, then we'll pick things up a little bit, go to a little bit more defensive shooting, and generally see how things go. These are the firearms I'm going to be using while I'm out here today. First is my duty pistol, which is a Smith & Wesson military and police semi-auto pistol, chambered, as I mentioned before, for the 40 Smith & Wesson cartridge. And also my M&P 15 rifle, chambered, of course, for the 5.56 by 45mm NATO cartridge. Okay, from 21 feet, everything was looking pretty good. This was my fourth shot, my next to the last one. I had 1, 2, and 3 all right in here. Managed to pull this one a little bit. Brought number 5 right back in there. Everything is feeling good. The recoil is not bothering my hand. So I'm going to pick things up a little bit, and we'll try a little bit more defensive style shooting. Okay, not bad with the 40. Keeping them pretty well centered. I only have one shot that's actually completely out of this center chest ring. Rest of them are all at least touching, and most of them are well inside. So feeling pretty good with that. My recoil recovery is not bad. I don't think it's quite where it usually is, but I'm still able to fire effective shots. All right, that went pretty well. So now I'm going to pick up the pace and do things a little bit faster for a little bit quicker pace or faster shot tempo on my defensive shooting. All in all, not too bad. Still keeping them pretty well centered. Not quite as centered as when I was shooting a little bit slower, but not that bad. Okay, last thing I'm going to try is a shot that I can usually make on a good day. This is going to be a 50-yard shot at a bowling pin, so we'll see how this goes. And this was a good day because I got it. So, feeling pretty good with my pistol. Let's switch over to the rifle and see how that one goes. Okay folks, we're switching gears over to the rifle now. I'm not really expecting any problems with the rifle, but still, in the interest of being thorough, I want to do a little bit of shooting with it. Again, I'll start out fairly close, a little bit of CQB work. Very first shots will be for accuracy, and then we'll speed it up to do a little bit more defensive type shooting, and we'll give this a good run through and see how it goes. Okay, here's the results of that shooting. This was the first shots that I fired. Hitting a little bit low. I wasn't allowing quite enough for my mechanical offset. Even so, still good effective shots. Nothing anywhere close to being out of the head. When I picked it up some, I moved down here, keeping everything well in that center chest. I have one of them just outside that circle. I still think that would be an effective shot. That'd be a good lung shot. Other ones are looking real good, even as fast as I was shooting. So I think I'll back up a little bit farther, try a little bit more accurate shooting, and we'll see how we do with that. Okay, that was from about 20 yards. I intentionally dropped my point of aim down a little bit lower on the target just so I could distinguish these shots from the ones that I'd already fired. I wasn't firing those particularly slow. It was not as fast as I could shoot, but I felt like they were good, controllable shots. They're all well centered in the target. If I'd have raised my point of aim, those would have been nice center chest shots, so I'm not upset about those at all. Okay, one more time I'm going to try that bowling pin from 50 yards. I don't know if you folks can see it or not with the white background with the snow on the berm, but we've got a small shelf down there that we can stand the bowling pins on, and I'll see if I can knock it off with the rifle. Okay, well, it took a couple more shots than it did with the pistol, but I still got it. Alright, I think that pretty well does it for my test today. All my shooting felt real good. My hand is probably back to about 85, maybe 90% of normal. My little finger is the one that I noticed the most, that doesn't quite have the strength and the dexterity that it usually does. Also noticed that my thumb tends to get tired, so one of the things that I wanted to determine with the recoil today is how much that was going to affect my thumb. But I was able to manipulate the controls on the rifle, also able to release all my safety retention devices on my holster, still access my firearm, still prevent it, and still get accurate shots on target. So I'm feeling pretty good. I don't think I'm back to quite where I would be normally when I'm shooting, but I'm getting there. And I'm definitely able to effectively use my firearms if the need would arise in order to defend myself or someone else. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please post those in the comments section. And other than that, y'all have a good day and good shooting. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe if you like these kind of videos. Bye-bye.